Hello, 8 White families. Thank you so much for coming to back to school night tonight. It means a lot that you're here. I hear there's a great football game on tonight, and I know that you all have really busy schedules. So the fact that you took some time out of your evenings and afternoons to be here for your student means a lot. So if you have not done so already, please sign in and grab a packet. I'll go over a few things with you today, and then we will go from there. So I would like to apologize. I've been communicating with you guys through email, but unfortunately I have a family wedding this weekend, so I was not able to make it tonight, but I really want to stress to you that if you have any questions, please feel free to email me or stop in before school. We can go ahead and set up a meeting. I would love to meet you. I'm really bummed I could not be here tonight, but I appreciate your understanding and hope that you guys have a great afternoon here at 8 White. A few things about me. If you can't tell from my room, I went to Illinois State University. I had an undergrad degree in middle level education with a psychology minor. And this summer I finished my master's degree in education with a technology endorsement. So before I came to Geneva as a teacher, I taught down in Bloomington, Illinois. I taught 6th grade in math, a couple classes of social studies as well, and science. I think I taught science my first year, so that was fun. So just a little bit about me. I am a Geneva grad, so you can go ahead and appreciate these really nice vintage IDs from Geneva Middle School. You are currently sitting in my 8th grade social studies classroom. So I like to tell students all the time that Geneva is a wonderful place. There is nowhere like home, and it's great to bleed blue. You can also really appreciate this beautiful picture of myself here with my marching band uniform on. I don't share that with everybody, but it is great to be back in Geneva. This is my 2nd year teaching here at Geneva Middle School, and my 6th year teaching overall. So I'm looking forward to a great school year with your students. So through the emails I've sent you guys and collaborated with you guys on, I have 2 curriculums this year we're using. If your student is in algebra, so 4th hour, we have a brand new awesome textbook made by Pearson. It's called Envision Algebra 1. So I have sent you guys a few video tutorials on this. If you did not get those emails, please stop by the office or call the office this week. Let's make sure your emails are correct in our system. But I have been sending video tutorials home on our online homework and a little bit about this textbook for you. The students are working really hard with this algebra book. This is the book they use at the high school, and it's doing some amazing things for our students. If your student is in pre-algebra, the curriculum we're using this year is the Utah Middle School Math Project. This is an amazing program as well. Your students receive a notes packet here. This is the website if you ever want to Google it. You would click 8th grade, and you would hit Student Resources. You can see all of the notes and criteria. Both of these curriculums align to the Common Core math standards for our state and country. Great stuff going on in both of these curriculums. It's going to be a wonderful school year. So, a few things. Homework policy. I know you all have been receiving emails from Mr. Blue in the school regarding our new working lunch. I follow along with this policy, so when you look in the grade book, students are expected to complete all homework assignments on time. Students who do not complete homework on time will receive a pink slip for a working lunch the next day. You may recall students have until 8 o'clock in the morning to bring that material to me the next morning. We're just trying to make sure that students are continuing to be responsible young adults and that we're holding them accountable for that. So in the grade book it says 0 or NHI. I just received an email today. We're just going to put NHIs in for things that are not handed in to me. If you see that NHI in the grade book, it means it was not turned in. An item was not turned in. If a student turns that assignment in, I will give them full credit. All right, but I will leave that comment there of late or lunch served just so that you know that, hey, my student did not turn this in on time, and it's the way for us to collaborate regarding what our students are working on. Regarding the retake policy, so students have up to 10 days to retake any assessment. In order to retake an assessment, I can give them up to 85% on their retake on tests, but on quizzes, I can give them up to 100% back. So in order to retake a test in math, all students must have their homework turned in, IXLs must be done, test corrections must be done, and students need a conference with me regarding what their mistakes were on the test. And that's just a great time for me to coach our students about study habits and being respectful, responsible, and engaged in class, and helping them understand what confusion they have in math class. So again, those are just 4 things students need to do to retake an assessment. So when you look in the grade book, 60% of the grade book is based on assessments. So in the grade book, I'm not going to put things in like chapter 1 test, but what you will see are I can statements. So I can multiply fractions. I can divide fractions. That allows you and I to see where our students are at, what they're doing great on, and what things they may need a little bit of improvement on. So yes, students can retake just a target for me. This is a way for students to say, hey, you know what? I'm not great at this, but I'm going to keep working on this over the next 10 days, and I would love to retake this part of the test so that I can do better. These I can statements are also aligned to the Common Core standards. 25% of a student's grade in math class are going to be based on their quizzes. I will also break those down into I can statements just so you have an idea of where your student's at on different targets. And then 15% are learning activities and homework. The homework I assign is meaningful homework. So usually in algebra, students will have assignments almost every day. In pre-algebra, students will have them a few times a week. These learning activities are typically study guides or important homework or worksheets that will allow students to reflect on their learning. I believe in that meaningful homework. I know students have a lot of time outside of school that is busy with, sports and clubs and church and band and choir and so many things. So I try and make sure I give students enough time in class to finish their assignments. Anything that's not done typically should have been done in class or maybe will take 10 minutes at home. Additional help, I am here before school, during lunch, study hall, and most days after school. I just ask that you have your students reach out to me to confirm that I'm here before or after school. I'm here for your student no matter what, whether it's, I just need to organize my binder, or Miss Swiderski, can you help me with proofreading this essay? I enjoy helping the overall student, not just in math class, but I want to make sure that they have a wonderful 8th grade year. So please let your student know I am here to help if they need absolutely anything. I know I sent out a video tutorial on these two things, but the team calendar is attached on my Weebly. Your students have favorited this. Hopefully you have favorited the folder as well. Students can go ahead and see what they have for homework in each and every class. On the team calendar, I have embedded my classroom website. That's why these are blue. So if students are at home and they don't have my website favorited on their home laptop or their home desktop, they can go ahead and click on these links and it will bring you to this website. I went ahead and SBD is should be done. I put codes in for you guys just so you have an idea of things that should be done and what we're doing for classwork and homework each day. On my website, the classroom website, there's also a link on your handouts and I believe on the magnets you're going to receive today for video tutorials. There are video tutorials for every lesson up here. I'm still recording the algebra lessons as we go, but this is a great place for your student to study. If they're confused or they want to relearn something or they didn't catch everything in class that day, they can go back and watch these lessons. I know when I was in middle school, I hated being sick and then having to show up the next day with a huge to-do list. I just always felt behind. So if your student feels behind or they're not at school that day, please have them check our classroom calendars and team calendar to see what they're missing, because if they can just watch a video from the couch or from bed and come back the next day and have an idea what's going on in class, I know that would have been extremely helpful for me as a student, and I hope it is for your student as well. So again, that's on the Classroom Weebly. Students have both of these bookmarked and favorited on their laptops. Just really wanted to say thank you for coming. Again, I cannot stress enough how much it means that you took time out of your busy schedules to be here. I'm looking forward to a great year. Hopefully I'll meet many of you at parent-teacher conferences in November. If not, please feel free to shoot me an email. I would love to hear from you. On your way out, if you did not sign in, please do so. I have some magnets that are made with my email address and classroom website for you, because I know sometimes all these papers end up in a folder or in a drawer somewhere. So please put this magnet either on a door or on your fridge, and know that, if you need anything, there's my email address, my website. Let me know how I can help you. I've also handed out the syllabus that I went over with my students the first couple of days of school, and some Starburst, because you guys are being stars in your child's education. So if you're on your way out, feel free to grab some. I bought a ton for you. Cannot stress enough how much I appreciate your time tonight. Thanks again, and I look forward to a wonderful school year.